All right, but we are here. Welcome back. We are starting off today's run with something very interesting. We're starting off with a task premiere of Portal 2, the Portal Placement Never Fail category by Rudko. I'm going to be on commentary on this one, and as well joining me on commentary is Turkey.
Hi, I'm Turkey. Yeah, I was here last year with the co-op run, and we're gonna be watching this now.
Yeah, neither of us have seen anything about this, so it's going to be pretty much a blind reaction, except for like the first two levels of the game, which should just be intended, or well, not intended, but the same-ish as full game tasks. All right, Radko, if you want to start the video, we can get started.
Good morning. You have been in suspension for 50 days.
Ooh, Portal 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Portal 2. Yeah.
The timing begins and the crosshair appears, so now that was kind of sudden. I don't know. Is there a timer on stream? Yeah, there is. Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
So this is a run of Portal 2, and if you've ever played Portal 2, you'd know it starts out with around a like 4.5 minute long cutscene. So that's gonna be fun to sit through. And the estimate for this run is 13 minutes, which is about the time it takes to complete Chapter 1 in normal runs. So this category extension is very broken. I believe the exact rules for it are you turn on SV Cheats 1 and SV Portal Placement Never Fail 1, which you'll see Portal Placement Never Fail breaks the game a lot, especially once you get the portal gun. I guess you can't really do anything without the portal gun.
Yeah, how this game, I'm pretty much going to spoil most of it right here. Even if I've never seen this exact test, I know most of the routes since I believe this is the out of bounds Portal Placement Never Fail category. How Portal 2's map transitions work is that there are a couple of boxes out of bounds that have big triggers inside of them where you actually get moved to the different maps. So pretty much you could just hop between those boxes and beat maps in a couple seconds. I say beat maps like beat maps in quotes.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure the start, like the first two maps are going to be pretty normal, and then I think there is going to be a new route for the third map.
I think these first two maps are taken straight from the full game task because normally
Yeah.
there in the full game task there would be a video that's played on the TV here.
Yeah. So this is pretty much, I guess, we take this time for the cutscene just to explain the mechanics, I guess, of the game. So Portal 2, like most other Source games, uses a form of bunny hopping. And in Portal 2, normally players will like wiggle their mouses back and forth and jump as soon as they hit the ground. But for tasks, it just kind of, if you look at the joystick, it just like freaks out and just goes like 60 inputs a second. And
Yeah,
a lot of speed. Sorry.
You probably won't see much regular bunny hopping. It'll be maybe like 3 maps that you do.
Yeah, and I guess I kind of briefly explained the category, but it's portal placement never fail, which basically whenever you shoot a portal, the placement never fails. That's with a pretty big asterisk. The surface you're shooting on does have to be like big enough to hold the portal, but that's basically it. Anything else is like fair game. So that leads to you getting out of bounds really easily, like Giles said, transitioning the maps really easily, and just doing a bunch of crazy tricks with portals.
There's still another like minute or so of this cutscene where nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, this luckily, normally us runners don't have to deal with this because we use this quick save that like at the end of this cutscene, so we don't have to wait through it every single time. But we can't really do that for the task, I guess. We gotta showcase the full run. which is a bit unfortunate, but it's also like I guess a nice break to explain stuff like we are right
Yeah.
now. Cutscene is kind of getting close to ending. When I say that, it's still like another 50 something seconds.
It's still a little while. This is the last hallway of like this motel section.
Yeah.
Also, I guess just a few extra things to note. A couple HUD things that you can see on the screen. The bottom left is an input controller. So you see the left stick is movement, the right stick is looking around, and then there are also buttons for jump, use, duck, and zoom. And then the triggers are the blue and orange portals. And also on the bottom right, there is the nameplates there are the people that task the map.
Alright, and this is like the first actual bit of gameplay. It's just to hop into here. And bam, another cutscene.
Yeah, 40 more seconds.
If you were looking at the controller while it did that jump, you'll see what I mean by tasks can go kind of crazy with the bunny hopping.
Testing can continue. These pre-recorded messages will provide instructional and motivational support so that science can still be done, even in the event of environmental, social, economic, or structural collapse.
I don't have audio, so I don't know when the portal opens, but it's probably in like 5 seconds.
It'll be like about right now-ish, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, and now we're out. You can see how fast you can go. So just cube on the button and do some dialogue shenanigans.
Yeah, waiting at that fizzler there to get a certain dialogue from the announcer so that the level fades out quickly.
I guess
sorry. Yeah, I'm not bothered to explain dialogue fades because they will only be relevant in like 2 of these maps.
Yeah, this is probably the last map it's actually relevant on. We could just do a huge cube throw.
Actually, I don't know. Maybe like the rest of chapter 1 because you don't have the dual portal device.
I don't know. I think in Portal Gun there's gonna be MDP. That's my guess. Get on the
God, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just have to see. So this is like a completely blind reaction for me and Gio now.
Yeah. Everything after in this map, pretty much right here, you get the portal gun. So.
Yep. Okay.
Yep,
there was
MVP. There was.
So basically, if I had to guess what happened there, you shot a portal to the start of the map, got a camera. Oh my gosh, was that a seam shot out of bounds and then into the box? So they got a camera, flipped out of bounds with it, because cameras are weird, and then teleported to the box out of bounds. And here I'm assuming these are mostly just seam shots. That was
the last map, Q Momentum, that was a quantum crouch, the pop oob.
Gotcha. And now we are already on this map. Oh my god.
What were the render settings there? That was actually pretty funny. That secret panel map, that was asterisk the normal challenge mode route. That was pretty much the normal challenge mode route.
I love how you were just like, that wake up was instant. You were just
I didn't even notice that we skipped wake up, like that we skipped wake up entirely. That also means that we don't have Vets Rider, but that very much doesn't matter.
This is so funny as just
yeah, so
like
here it is. Now you can see
teaser.
the transition boxes.
Yeah, this is literally going to be like 90% of the game. We're just skipping right now because we got out of bounds and then using our we did a seam shot there through the gap, and then I say Rudko did it. Now we're back to kind of normal maps, normal-ish, as normal as you can get in PPNF. Back to boxes. Jeez, this is fast.
So that was Jailbreak. This is Escape, I'm guessing. Yeah. Turret Factory. Turret Sabotage.
This just looks like a normal PPNF run, but you just like sped it up by 10 times. And
now we get to sit to cutscene.
How did you get a portal there? That's Glowy Cube. We got the world record holder in the chat calling it a good category. I could not agree less. No more. This is like, I don't know how to explain this in time. Like everything is just happening, and there's just no time to explain it. We're only like what 9 minutes in, and
Yeah, 8 minutes in.
we're 8 minutes in, and we're in Two Bride. We're already
Normally,
halfway done.
yeah, normally this game or this map would be right around the halfway point in terms of time in a normal run.
And back to the insanity. Or I guess the start of this map's kind of tame because there's no portal surfaces that are portable. And back to cutscenes.
Yeah, even though the category is called portal placement never failed, there are a bunch of surfaces, mainly like grates and catwalks and stuff, that it's pretty difficult to shoot on.
I don't know how you did that, Rudko. What? Wait, oh, is this a PPNF route? Long fall skip?
No, it isn't.
What? No.
Longfall is separate. There's no way. I think the transition is defined in script or something.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't think there's a proper way to script it. But you can kind of see how the map works like behind the scenes. Because in this map, normally you're like falling down a tube, but the player itself isn't falling. Instead, the map is spawning in chunks and moving upward. So I guess this is a good way to see that. So it's kind of difficult to see, but right now the player's standing still, and the map is just spawning in and moving upward.
Man. This
Now we have
so far, it's like already insane.
And now, I was like, maybe these next few maps are gonna be kind of normal because even with portal placement never failed, you can't shoot on displacements. And then I looked at the time and it's 10:30. So
I think at the start of the map there, he saw out of bounds because Portal 2 is bad, and then he like just instantly got that shot all the way to the boxes and more boxes now. Jeez.
yeah, pretty much if you're designing a Portal 2 mod, don't use transition boxes. Transition boxes are made up concept by Portal 2 and not used in literally any other game.
Jeez.
So now we're about halfway through chapter 8 now.
Oh my.
So that's what was that, finale 1? What was that? Yeah, it's finale 3 now.
Dude, this is
Oh,
gonna be
this
a
is finale
chapter 1 world record in no slot. And that's oh wait, that's not time yet. It's mid.
Yeah, no.
Jeez. Dude, that's actually.
Oh, that was time.
Crazy, Rudko. Holy crap.
That was time. What the hell?
Is a very insane task. Props to you for making that, Rudko.
Props to AMJ and Burger for making Container Ride.
True.
They really lifted the weight of this. They really lifted the its ass.
I think it's really funny that like over half of this run was literally just cutscenes.
That's true. Yeah, because there were the 5 minutes of Container Ride plus 52 seconds of Tube Ride, a minute 17 of Longfall,
Wow.
and then the 12 seconds in Underground.
Yeah. That I think that's probably one of the craziest tasks I've seen.
Yeah, that's up there with the Andromod 2 test.
Oh god.
That's up there with the Andromod 2 test for me. So that was Portal 2. Hopefully you got the story if you've never played through the game before.
Yeah,
Yeah. It should have been pretty easy to follow.
yeah.
The task should be posted publicly soon, within the next little while, hopefully. Unless it's going on source runs, in which case
It's gonna
all
take
hope is
like
lost.
5 years.
Yeah. Yeah, plus an extra 20 seconds in Incinerator.
Yeah, that was genuinely over half cutscene. That's really funny. Just for a comparison, the main game speedrun without that command, I think is 56:25 is the world record. And then with that command
yeah.
is a 20, like a 2020, I think. I look it up. Yeah, 2039. So,
Is it
and
11
final time
1149.13?
58 sequences.
Credit to Valve. Why would you do that? That's a poor choice. All right. That was the PPNF task. If you're curious in not running PPNF, we do have a Portal 2 speedrunning Discord server, discord.gg/p2sr, where we play normal categories instead of this, like Portal Placement Never Fail Inbounds, which is a much better category.
No, no, it's arguably worse. Actually,
It's
no, it's better.
it's better. It's better. You know, it's better. Uh, yeah, you'll hear me all day, but Turkey, where can the people find you?
I'm in the Twitch chat right now, I guess.
Oh, you're in Twitch
Uh,
chat.
I speedrun Portal 2. You'll see me a lot in the discord.gg/p2sr. Uh, no, I didn't miss the run. So, uh, yeah, don't speedrun Portal 2, but if you want to join the Discord, that's, I guess, all I have to say.
Yeah. Uh, and if you want to follow the Tasser, I've shouted them out on Twitch, twitch.tv/rudkola. Uh, yeah, that's Portal 2 Test.
Yeah, thank you for
Uh,
watching.
nice watching. Bye.